All right, so welcome to the Pick-A-Moonstone tarot card reading, and we're going to be looking at more soul level wounds today, figuring out which soul level wound has the most damaging effect on your life, or influence on your life right now. So we've got three options, so just kind of take a deep breath and allow your inner voice to draw you towards one of the three. If you find you're drawn to more than one, it might be because you have multiple soul level wounds, and this will take care of at least a couple of them. So we have Moonstone number 1. This is Rainbow Moonstone, so that'll be Moonstone number 1. Moonstone number 2 is going to be Black Moonstone. Moonstone number 3 is Green Moonstone, also known as Garnerite. Okay, so just kind of take a deep breath and figure out which one you're the most drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one, that's probably because that you have a couple of soul level wounds that need to be healed. Okay, so a little bit about soul level wounds before we move forward. We're talking about karmic soul level wounds. These can be past life and or present life. And then, a soul level wound, typically when I'm talking about those, we're talking about, soul contracts, bargains, vows, popular vows that you may have heard of, or vows of poverty, vows of sacrifice, vows of suffering, stuff like that, maybe etheric implants. Just a whole lot of different things that could be showing up in your soul records. All right. So, all right. We are going to start with the first one. So the first one is Rainbow Moonstone. And Rainbow Moonstone is all the moonstones. I love these. Are all about feminine goddess energy, all of them. Okay, so the Rainbow Moonstone is going to be, the higher chakras, specifically help with connecting to the higher realms, your higher self, receiving psychic information, good stuff like that. Okay, so all right, let's find out now which soul level wound is coming up for Moonstone number 1, Rainbow Moonstone. I'm shuffling off camera for you guys who are wondering. I got a contraption right in front of me. All right, so soul level wound coming up for Rainbow Moonstone. Ooh, okay. We have what's called an auric field tear. Okay, so an auric field tear, how to explain this in the most simplest of terms. We have an umbilical cord that is connected to Source, the creator of the universe, and that umbilical cord fills us up with vital force energy, right? It's our own personal connection, and that vital force energy is contained within our auric field, okay? And in a perfect world, our auric field is completely fully intact. Our connection to Source is completely fully intact, not leaking any energy whatsoever. However, one of the karmic blocks and restrictions is tears in the auric field. So that means that you are leaking, for lack of a better word, creative energy, creative vital force energy, okay, in specific areas of life. And so let's see which area of life this auric field tear is in. Excuse the ruckus in the background. My 17-year-old's home playing video games. He gets really rowdy. How's everybody doing today? It is gorgeous outside over here in Kansas City, Missouri. Okay, so this particular tear is specifically affecting relationships. And I believe this is in the realm of, I believe that's a sacral. The coloring on that is throwing me off, so give me just a second to double check that that's actually sacral. Yes, it is sacral. Okay, so we have an auric field tear in the area of the sacral chakra, so that just simply means that you are leaking vital force energy in the area of the sacral chakra, and that's going to affect not only your relationships, it's also going to affect your creative abilities, your abilities to manifest. It's going to affect your ability to, produce money. And also it can cause sexual issues as well, okay? Let's see if this is a past life, or actually this is a current life thing, okay? We don't need to do past life stuff right now. All right, so we're going to look at some tarot to get some more information on this, go a little bit deeper on this issue. And then I will share with you how you can heal this tear in your auric field, okay? One more shuffle. Okay. Now we got the Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles reversed, the Seven of Pentacles. So this is definitely, okay. It says relationships, but a lot of financial material possessions are coming up. And then we've got the Page of Cups as well. Let's move this over a little bit. Okay. So easy does it. Definitely easy does it. So you have you have the ability to create the life that you want. This is evident, okay? You might be sitting here spinning your wheels because, and we know why now, but you know you have the ability, you have all kinds of ideas, you're super smart, your mind is always going, and you're definitely somebody, you are slow and steady when it comes to business, or you at least believe in that saying, and you're very fair and just in the way that you handle things. You'd be a really great business owner, a really great manager, supervisor, stuff like that. And the skills are definitely there. However, because of this auric field tear, it is draining you of the actual creative ability to make that manifest. So whatever work or magic or whatever intention setting you're doing, it's like you have to do 3 times as much. You have to, not just intention setting, but like actual work. Because you have this auric field tear, you have to produce 3 times more, even, maybe even more than that, but 3 times more what someone else would have to produce to get the same results that you're getting, okay? So like if somebody comes up with a formula with how to have success, the formula doesn't work for you, you have to like literally amp it up times 10 in order for you to get the results they say that formula would have, okay? And there's definitely, you worry about the legacy you're leaving for your family if you have kids. And okay, so saving up for a rainy day. So that like I just said, the work that you're putting in, is it actually, you're looking at the harvest and you're like, I worked a lot more than this. I know that I've planted so much more seed than the harvest that I'm yielding. What is going on with this? And so again, this could be for both business relationships and personal relationships. You can apply it to either one. So if you also feel that you're that way in the relationships where you are planting so much more seed than what you're receiving in return, now we know why, okay? And it's because we have the auric field tear in the area of your sacral chakra, all right? So, but what's definitely coming through is this is very much affecting also your ability to manifest abundance in the physical realm, okay? But for some reason, your higher self really wants to highlight how this is affecting your actual relationships, but it's just touching on the fact that it's also affecting your relationship to money, all right? All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to pull some oracle cards to give you an idea of the steps that you can take to heal this auric field tear in your life, okay? If you have any questions, just pop them up here and I'll answer them as I'm going. Since we are live here in the Facebook group. One more shuffle. All right, so first we have speak up. Okay, use your voice to express yourself. And this could be also for when we're talking about the sacral chakra manifestation. Part of manifesting is actually speaking out loudly, not just in your mind, but actually using your voice to voice your intentions. That's like how we sow the seed in this realm, is by speaking our intentions out, not just with our head. Okay. It says hard work, commitment, and perseverance. And I'll speak more on this here in a second. I'm just pulling these out. And this one is remember who you are, return to your roots. Okay, so it's clear that this issue has caused you to question your ability. You may subscribe to the belief that you're a powerful creator being. But you're really having a hard time actually letting that settle in because the work that you're putting in is not bringing back to you the results that it should be. Okay. So this is just a reiteration to remember you are a creator, a powerful creator being. You're dealing with some karmic issues that are literally draining you of your creative power. Okay. All right. So definitely, if you're not already, speak out your intentions and do it every single day. Like, if you're somebody that likes to pray or meditate, make sure you're doing this vocally, okay? Use those vocal cords to speak out your intentions, and then make sure when you're doing that you express gratitude for those things already existing and you already own those things, okay? I liken it to saying, just like when you order something online, the minute you pay for it, it's yours, even though you don't have it in your physical presence yet, but you've got a tracking number that says, hey, this is mine and it's on its way. So think of it like that. And then the hard work, commitment, and perseverance, just remember it's going to take some time for this boat to turn around, okay? It's going to take time for that for your mindset to get in line with reality, okay? And what that also means, it's going to take some time for your outer world to reflect your inner world, okay? The more faster you buy into the fact of who and what you are, the quicker you're going to see your outward world transform into what's true for you inside, all right? So hard work, commitment, and perseverance. This is going to take some patience, okay? And it is continued hard work you're going to need to do. And that might even be an issue for you. Maybe there's kind of a belief that I don't have to work that hard, or I shouldn't have to work that hard, or something like that. And there's a lot of that going around, and not to say that that's not the case, but in the 3D realm, miracles are definitely possible. Miracles are definitely possible. But we also need to realize sometimes the miracle is just the ability to do the work in the physical to finally yield results, okay? So definitely make the commitment and stick to it, okay? Now, the last thing that we're going to draw up is going to be what energy is wanting to come through to support you during this transition. So let me reiterate here, okay? In order to actually heal this auric field tear is number one, because this is energetic. This is in the beyond space, time, and matter. So the minute that you decide that this auric field tear is healed, it's healed instantly. It's just going to take some time, some hard work, commitment, and perseverance to see what you have planted in the energetic realm, to see results in the physical realm, okay? So the way that you're able to bring that and manifest that into this physical realm is by speaking up, by working hard, and you don't ever forget who you are, okay? And that's how you activate that healing for yourself in this lifetime. All right, last card for the Rainbow Moonstone. And this is the energy that's wanting to come through to support you during this specific healing. And we've got, oh, deep healing. Okay, beautiful, beautiful card. So there's probably a lot more here than what meets the eye, and you know what that is, okay? Probably a lot of emotional trauma that may have possibly happened, possibly some things in your childhood, maybe early adulthood, and it doesn't have to be anything too traumatic. I mean, emotional trauma really is, I guess, subjective. It's different for each person. Heartbreak itself feels very traumatic. It can, okay? So no matter what's going on, this is the energy that's wanting to come through to support you during this time, okay? Deep healing, azurite, and malachite, two of my favorite stones, actually. And I actually have, no, I don't have that specific combination, but that's okay. All right, so maybe just take a screenshot. If you don't have azurite and malachite to work with, just take a screenshot of this card and meditate on it. All right, and just every single day work with the knowledge that you have the ability to create the life that you want to create. You have the ability to create the relationships you want to create, as well as the abundance, okay? You are a very powerful creator being, and we've just had this karmic issue blocking your ability to really manifest what you've been wanting to experience, okay? All right, you guys, if you liked this video, if it helped you out any, please, because this is going to be uploaded to YouTube, make sure you click like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Okay. Next up, we have the Black Moonstone. All right, so for people who have chosen pile number 2 or the Black Moonstone, this is your reading, okay? Now let's see which soul level wounding is coming up for you to be healed today. do we have for you? Ooh, a bargain. All right, so this is the soul level one that's coming up for you. The next we want to see what kind of a flavor, what area of life is this bargain affecting. So what soul level wound, what a bargain is you sort of abdicating your creative ability in hopes of gaining something. So you're kind of trading off with somebody. Actually, what I need to do is figure out if this is a past life issue or not. And if it is, that means you get a past life reading here as well. All right, let's see, this bargain is from a past life. Okay, it is past life. Alrighty, well, give me a second, you guys. I gotta grab my past life cards. I forgot these. And then we'll figure out what area of life they are. This bargain is most affecting. Okay, so let's do that first. Let's figure out what area this is most affecting. Listening. All right, so this is third eye chakra. Throat chakra, I'm sorry. That's throat chakra. All right, so communication definitely is being affected with this one. And it might very well have been that part of the bargain was keeping quiet. But we'll figure out some more. Let's look at the past life where this originated from. Ooh. Communal living. Whoa, what was that? Transportation. All right, well, the specific time of life is coming up. Let's do one more. Oh, now we know what kind of transportation it was. All right, give me a second. Okay. Let's see. So we have communal living. Communal living looks like on a ship in the area in the time period of the Greco-Roman. And this is probably where the bargain came from, food and hunger. Okay. This is actually exceptionally detailed. All right. I'm not really quite sure. Like, it's a general reading for whoever's watching this. So there's going to be different scenarios at play. Different ones that I'm seeing is definitely a workman on a ship, obviously. Could also be slaves on a ship. I guess what we would call now mail order brides. I guess they would be arranged marriages back in those days. And so this is where the bargaining is coming from. Okay. Especially if you're a female, someone with feminine dominant energy. Doesn't really matter if you're male or female. If you're soul is primarily made up of feminine energy, this is where this is coming from, because back in these days, women didn't have a lot of power, okay? And just depending on the class that you were born into, you did or you didn't, or you wouldn't have just free access to the basic necessities in life, right? Food and water, clean water, that is, and stuff like that. So a lot of the times, people would have to abdicate their divine creative power to someone else in order to survive, okay? And this is where this karmic blockage came in, because a karmic block is something that is born and maintained out of continual action, okay? Because obviously this was not a situation you wanted to be in, but you settled for it. Because if you didn't, you feared your ability to be able to provide for yourself, okay? So this makes a lot of sense. And it's letting you know here also what time period it was in, okay? All right, so let's look at some more in depth how this bargain is affecting your current life. I got the King of Wands. That's probably the, oh, then you got the King of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups. Wow. The Sun in reverse. Then we have the Queen of Swords. A lot of different mixing energy here. Good news is that even though the Sun is appearing reversed, this is still one of the happiest cards in the deck, whether it's reversed or not. The reverse just simply means that the full potential and the full benefit of this card is being blocked. We know why. Once this gets taken care of, the Sun is, you know, the full access to this will be restored, okay? So there's a lot of different players in this specific reading, okay? So we've got two different kings. We have a knight and then we have a queen. So we have a feminine energy who's very fair and just. And this could be describing you, different aspects of you. It could also actually be describing various key players in your life. And these may be people who shared that past life with you that you may still have karmic ties to. And that might be part of healing this contract or this bargain, sorry, is dealing with the karma that is connecting you to these people, okay? So whichever one you might identify with. But the Queen of Swords, very intelligent, highly intelligent, very just, very fair, you know, rules her kingdom the best way a queen should, okay? So definitely this is probably the most healthiest in the bunch, this one. And then this one, the King of Pentacles, very grounded, also very fair, not someone really to show his emotions too much, but is definitely just as fair as this person is over here, okay? He's interested in what his kingdom is able to produce, okay? While the Queen's kingdom is more about ideas, more about intelligence and mental capabilities, the King of Pentacles, he's all about what material things can be produced, okay? So these two are going to be the healthiest key players in this situation. Now these two are kind of the problematic ones, okay? So the King of Wands, very fiery, very passionate, but doesn't really have the best ability to direct his creative power, okay? And this might just be explaining you not the masculine energy. And that could definitely mean that the masculine energy that you have inside of you is too dominant. It could just simply mean your creative power is not being used at its fullest potential. It's not being guided efficiently, but we know why, right? We know why. Tying it back to listening, though, if you're not able to effectively communicate, or other people are not effectively able to receive whatever message that you are communicating, there's going to be all kinds of issues, right? So between the King of Wands and then the Knight of Cups reversed, there's definitely a lot of emotion and a lot of passion, but they're not being utilized in the best way possible, okay? So in the Knight, Knights are often depicted as young adults, maybe older teenagers, and so just think about what that energy is like, okay? Emotionally just unstable, possibly, not really quite knowing how to deal with that part of themselves. Kings are often supposed to be a lot more mature, masters of whatever realms that they are embodying. Wands are creative, their passion, their fire, the ability to manifest very quickly. But when they're reversed, it's, not exactly the opposite of that, but it's very misdirected, misguided. Sometimes it can be a loose cannon, okay? All right, so this is definitely affecting every area of your life, though. It's not just one given area. It's affecting your creativity, your emotions, your ability to manifest in the physical realm, and it's affecting your mental state as well, okay? But it's more so affecting your emotions and your creative ability. All right, so let's look at what you can do to heal this karmic soul level wound. We're going to pull 3 cards, unless more just happen to pop out, so that you can actually experience, the results of that in this lifetime. All right, first we have, oh, your wish is coming true. Celebrate your success. Forgiveness, set yourself free. Okay. And freedom, spread your wings. All right. Okay, so let's talk about those here for a second. This is definitely giving me some kind of like indentured servant kind of feeling. People back then didn't really have housekeepers. They had servants and or slaves, okay? And that may be exactly what your station in life was back then. But now this is letting you know, because this is a subconscious thing. This is energy that your soul is carrying around with itself. So while you may not be conscious of it, in your waking life, your soul remembers all of this, okay? So what you have to start doing now that you're aware of this past life issue is to remember that you're free. You're no one's servant, you're no one's slave, and you have full access to everything you need to live a life here that is abundant, and you are well provided for by the universe. You just have to believe it, okay? Your wish is coming true. Celebrate your success. You have to believe that. Forgiveness and setting yourself free. There may be some evidence in this current life, maybe going back to childhood, maybe some relationships you've gotten yourself into, maybe a business or something that is very reminiscent that this issue has been playing out in, because this karmic level soul wound is wanting to be healed. And so situations like that, especially if these people that you were involved with in that past life where this bargain originated, have followed you into this lifetime. So they're saying if you've identified who those people are in this lifetime, the best way to set yourself free is by forgiving, okay? Because it's not so much for them as more as it is for you, okay? And this is how you're going to be able to heal this soul level karmic wound, so that you don't ever have to deal with this issue, not only in this lifetime, but in the lifetimes to come, okay? All right, we're going to do one more card to figure out what energy is wanting to come through to support you during this time. One more card. Insight, which goes perfect with listening. So there might be some missing information that you might possibly need that's going to put all of this back into perspective, so that you're able to really close this up and move forward. Okay, so insight is coming through to help you with this issue that is, blocking your ability to listen. Listen to what? Listen to your higher self. Listen to the part of you that is connected to universal knowledge and truth. The part of you that is able to receive whatever communication people are trying to get through to you, whatever the message is, because that happens quite a bit. When we have an issue at our throat chakra, a lot of the times what that's going to look like is, talking, but no one is able to really hear what you're having to say. And they're hearing your words, but they're not hearing the message behind it for whatever reason. It could just be that's the energy that's carrying through, and that's what they're subconsciously picking up on. It could be the way that you're showing up. There's just so many different reasons why your listening and your communication could be affected, okay? But this insight's going to help with this issue right here, along with helping you to enact whatever the steps that you need to take that are going to heal that soul level karmic wound for you, okay? All right, you guys, that was your reading for the Black Moonstone. Again, because this is going to be uploaded to YouTube, make sure you click like, share, and subscribe to help get this channel out there. And I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I will talk to you later. All right, so next up we have our green moonstone people. So if you picked the green moonstone, this is your reading. We're going to be figuring out what soul level wound is doing the most damage to you, or having the most damaging influence to your life right now, okay? Let's see. And if you're not too familiar with soul level wounds, just please go back and watch the description really quick, the intro, the first like 2 or 3 minutes, and then you can timestamp your way back up here, okay? This is the last reading. We have another auric field tear. Okay, this was also present for number 1 for the Rainbow Moonstone people. So if you were torn between the Rainbow Moonstone, the first stone, and then this stone, it's because they're probably going to have very similar messages, okay? So first let's figure out what area this auric field tear is affecting. So an auric field tear is simply when you have, okay, so you're connected to source, right? There's an energetic umbilical cord that connects you to source, the creator of the universe, okay? That's where you get your vital force energy. And then you have, which fills you up, and then that energy is encased inside of your auric field, okay? And in a perfect world, your connection is fully intact, and then your auric field is fully intact. But because of, karmic issues, tears can appear in the auric field, and you literally start leaking out vital force energy, okay? All right, so let's look at what this is. Balance. Okay, so this is at the root chakra, which the root chakra is all about feeling grounded, the roots that you establish, feeling at home in your life, stuff like that. Okay, let's look at this issue a little bit further and how it's affecting your life. Sorry. Okay. I'll tell you what these are in just a minute. Okay, so we got the Six of Wands, the Page of Swords reversed, the Three of Wands reversed, the Two of Pentacles, and then this is the Nine of Wands reversed. Okay, so definitely some struggle coming through. Definitely a balancing act is happening. Not really feeling clear on what you're creating or what you're wanting to create. And this is just speaking about victory, the need to celebrate even the smallest accomplishments. Not a lot of grounding here, obviously, and I can see why. Okay, the Page of Swords is, when it comes to mentally, not very, I keep wanting to say grounded. Your thoughts are not grounded very much at all. I mean, the page by itself is very, I don't want to say immature, maybe premature, but when they're reversed, it's even worse. Okay, so definitely affecting your creative ability. I'm having maybe some issues with balancing financial responsibilities, and just having a hard time really finding some clear direction, okay? Having a hard time finding balance. All right, what we're gonna do now is we're going to pull some cards to figure out how you can bring yourself back into balance. Okay, we've got lesson, wisdom through mistakes, create, nurture your creative energy, and then energy, intensity, passion, and power. Okay, so with your, a lot of your energy is really going into the need to feel safe, the need to feel secure. And so that is like, I don't want to say wasting, but that's a lot of energy spent that could be spent for better uses. Okay, so what this is saying, number one, to start reframing how you see a lot of your mistakes in your life. Okay, start seeing them as lessons and start seeing them as, you know, wisdom that you've been able to gain through those experiences, okay? Right here is just talking about hold on. So these two are really wanting to go together, but it's also this one as well. You've definitely taken some hits, and this is letting you know it's okay now to take a rest from all of the struggle and to restart whatever it is you've put on hold. You're definitely taking a break from whatever it is you're doing, just because you've taken some hits as far as like what you're doing just doesn't seem to be gaining any traction, okay? And so this is letting you know, do what you need to do to nurture that creative energy, okay? This is already in the process of healing. So this is letting you know now, okay, you need to start babying yourself in that way. And then start really exerting and directing your energy, because once this is all healed up, and the moment you decide that this is actually healed up, it's already done, okay? Karmic blocks and restrictions, they are in, you know, beyond space, time, and matter. So it's instant. The instant you decide that this is healed, it is. But there's going to be some time in between the energetic healing of it and then actually seeing the outward expression of that healing, okay? So now that this is all healed up, this is letting you know there's a big surge of energy getting ready to happen in this area, especially in the creative area, that's going to powerfully and positively affect root chakra issues, home life issues, and stuff like that, okay? Could also be business stuff. It's just whatever, you know, feels like home. You're not going to feel lost anymore. Things are going to feel very direct, like you found a purpose again, which is always great news, okay? So last, what we're going to look at is the energy that is wanting to come through to support you during this time. Then I need to hop off because I just got a message that my kid's dad's on his way. Should have timed this better, but oh well. Aw. All right, so the energy of self-love is wanting to come through to help you in this endeavor, okay? And it's really like, God, I want to say it's self-explanatory, but maybe it's not. It's just taking the time out to really love on yourself, to pamper yourself, get back in touch with what it is you like to do, who you are. You know, do things every day to nurture yourself, to show to yourself that you love yourself. You know, it can be something as little as taking a hot, warm bath. If you're a mom of small kids, you know how hard that is to do, to, you know, taking or treating yourself to a spa day. It can be something as simple as just making sure you're drinking enough water because that's what your body needs, you know, just stuff like that. Just show yourself that you're worthy of love, because you are, okay? And before you know it, you're going to start seeing the results of